Hello, my little sparklings. We finally got a new trailer for Transformers Rise of the Beasts, coming to theaters June 9th. So let's analyze this incredible trailer. We begin with a shortened clip of the teaser that we were given yesterday. In that one, you can see Cheetor and RC. In this one, we don't. Also, people have pointed out that Wheeljack does have pop-out ears to homage his G1 self in this clip as well. Also, does this remind anyone else of that scene in Avengers Endgame? Next, we have Bumblebee dropping into Fortnite. Then we have the Autobots and Maximals charging into battle. And we can see that RC has a driver. Is this a human driver or a hollow avatar? I think we might get a clue at the end of the trailer, but I'm leaning towards the former. Once the trailer starts proper, we can hear Ron Perlman as Optimus Primal say,
"For centuries, our kind has stayed hidden on Earth."
So, unfortunately, it seems like the Maximals in this movie may not be time travelers from the future like they were in the original Beast Wars, nor are they Yukarans like in the IDW comics. Next, we get a shot of the New York City skyline, and as you may notice, it features the Twin Towers. Since, this movie is set in the 90s before 9/11 happened. The Transformers have quite a history with visiting New York City. They've been there multiple times in the original series and its Japanese continuation. They were there in Robots in Disguise, in Transformers Prime, in the Bay films, in the comics, and even in the video games. After Optimus drives through a bus parking lot, we see one of our human characters, Elena, played by Dominique Fishback, experimenting on what appears to be Energon or something like that. However, this Energon is yellow. Now, there really isn't yellow Energon. I mean, raw Energon was portrayed as yellow in the series Transformers Energon, so maybe that's what this is? Although this is the movie universe, they don't necessarily need to adhere to the conventions of other parts of the franchise. For all we know, this could be their version of Dark Energon as seen in Transformers Prime. I've also heard that this could actually be a transwarp cell, like in Beast Wars. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Either way, it's probably connected to the big bad of this movie. And of course, we get the obligatory beam in the sky, because every action movie has to have one of those.
Unicron is coming.
Yes, Unicron! The Chaos Bringer himself, returning to the big screen since his debut back in the original 1986 animated movie. And he'll apparently be played by Coleman Domingo, who you may know from Fear the Walking Dead or The Twilight Zone.
Unicron? Who's Unicron?
A planet that devours everything in its path.
So that's the monster's name.
For those who don't know, Unicron is basically the Transformers equivalent of Satan, Galactus, and the Death Star all rolled into one. He's the boogeyman. He's the final boss. Honestly, if I were writing the Transformers movies, I would build up to Unicron like how the MCU built up to Thanos and the whole Infinity War Endgame thing. But oh well, he's here now. So yes, Unicron, the giant monster planet that eats other planets and transforms into the Transformers version of the literal devil. I mean, seriously, Unicron is their Satan, and Primus, aka their homeworld Cybertron, is their god. So the stakes are already really high in this movie if he's coming to Earth. Speaking of which, this most definitely confirms that this and the Bumblebee movie are not part of the Michael Bay films, since those movies ended with Unicron being revealed to be the Earth itself, much like how he was in Transformers Prime. But here, we can clearly see Unicron, who is not the Earth. And he looks awesome! I'm so happy that they didn't make him a cloud or something. Like in the last trailer, we have Noah, Anthony Ramos' character, stealing Mirage. Or rather, being kidnapped by Mirage. And he is brought to the Autobots' secret base.
You want it? Come and get it.
You brought a human here?
I'm nobody. I ain't even seen nothing. I'm not even seeing anything right now.
We get more of that battle on the road, and we can see Battletrap and Nightbird working together, with Nightbird basically towing Battletrap as he whips around and fires on the Autobots. We also see Nightbird get tossed into the air and transform, but unfortunately we don't get a good look at her full robot mode before it fades to black. As I suspected, in the previous trailer we saw 3 fireballs land in the Hudson. Wait, is this the Hudson? I'm just guessing here. And in this one, they are confirmed to be our 3 main Terracons, Battletrap, Nightbird, and their leader, Scourge. Now, this Scourge seems to be inspired by the one from Robots in Disguise, who was basically an evil clone of Optimus Prime, who then inspired the idea of Nemesis Prime. Again, evil clones of Optimus Prime, usually connected to Unicron in some way. Although, sometimes they're not clones, but actually corrupted versions of Optimus Prime from another universe.
I am Nemesis Prime.
Will this Scourge be revealed to be an evil Optimus Prime from another universe corrupted by Unicron? Dare I say, maybe even the same Optimus Prime from the cancelled Michael Bay films. Maybe as a way to close the book on that continuity. Only time will tell. Next, we have Cheetor glomping Mirage. I can't really blame him. I know I would do the same given the chance. And we finally hear Michelle Yeoh as Airazor.
Optimus, we must trust each other to protect the home we all share.
I love hearing her in this. I loved her in Everywhere All at Once, and I look forward to seeing more of Airazor in this movie. Although, they could tone it down a bit with the robot effects on the voices. I know they're robots, but they're starting to sound like a bad Discord call. For a second, we can see Stratosphere, John DiMaggio's character, in the background. We also get a shot of inside Unicron, with what looks like Scourge talking to his head. We also hear Scourge speak for the first time, voiced by Peter Dinklage, who you may know from Game of Thrones and X-Men Days of Future Past.
In the end, everything you cared for will be consumed.
Then there's some stuff with the human characters. They explore a secret Mayan hidey hole, another shot of Unicron eating a planet that's not Earth, more action shots, and we get some new shots of the good guys fighting the bad guys' cannon fodder, namely the Freezers and Scorponok. Now, the Freezers are brand new characters for this film, but Scorponok was actually his own character in the original Beast Wars, and he was one of Megatron's most loyal Predacons. However, in Kingdom, he was basically turned into mindless drones, which it seems like what they're doing with him here. And then we end with Noah appearing to get some kind of exosuit. Again, somewhat reminiscent of the '86 movie where the humans in that got exosuits. But obviously here, it's a little more Iron Man-ish. Or, for a more closely related example, the ones in the G.I. Joe movie, The Rise of Cobra. Rise of the Beasts? The Rise of Cobra? Probably a coincidence. So, that is the latest and supposedly final trailer for Rise of the Beasts. I am super hyped for this movie. I am a little disappointed that the Maximals may not be time travelers, but who knows? Maybe they've been stuck in this era for centuries, much like how the original Maximals and Predacons were stuck on prehistoric Earth for quite a while. Unicron is going to be epic! Will we get to see him transform? Who knows? For some reason, I doubt it. If he does, that's going to be a lot of CGI budget there. And of course, will we get a toy of this Unicron? That would be amazing! Especially if he was Titan class or something. I am very much looking forward to seeing this on June 9th. I'll definitely be buying my tickets as soon as they go on sale. I don't think I've been this excited for a Transformers movie in a long time. In addition to this new trailer, we have some details on the upcoming animated movie. First off, the title of the movie will be Transformers 1. Oh, Primus, this is so stupid. Remember when Microsoft called their third generation of Xboxes the Xbox One? Not to be confused with the original Xbox, which we also called Xbox One. Yeah, this is kind of the same foolishness here. Now we have to clarify when we say Transformers 1. Do you mean the first live-action movie from 2007? Or do you mean this new movie called Transformers 1 coming out in 2024? Who knows, it's really dumb, and I wish companies would stop doing it. Anyways, the animation will be done by Industrial Light and Magic. ILM has worked on all the Transformers movies before this, except for this latest movie, Rise of the Beasts, which is being handled by Skydance, which is owned by Paramount. This movie is being directed by Josh Cooley, who also directed Toy Story 4. Apparently, the movie is entirely set on Cybertron, and the story will explore Optimus Prime and Megatron's relationship, most likely building up to the beginning of the war. Think of those Optimus and Megatron flashbacks from Cyberverse, or likewise Orion Pax and Megatronus in Transformers Prime. We also know some of the cast for this upcoming film. Sadly, it's not the G1 voice actors. Even Peter Cullen is not returning to play Optimus Prime. Instead, we have Chris Hemsworth. Yes, Thor himself is playing Optimus Prime. I'm kind of okay with this. We also have Alita in this movie, played by Scarlett Johansson. Yes, Black Widow, another Avenger, is in this cast. Again, I am very okay with this. There's also Keegan-Michael Key as Bumblebee. You may know him from Key and Peele, or more recently, Toad in the Super Mario Bros. Movie. Then we have John Hamm as Sentinel Prime. I wonder what kind of Sentinel Prime he'll be. Will he be like animated Sentinel Prime or Dark of the Moon Sentinel Prime? Who knows? But if I had to guess, I'm leaning more towards animated based on the type of characters John usually plays. Next, we have Lawrence Fishburne as Alpha Trion, which is just such perfect casting. Morpheus as Alpha Trion? Yes! I dare you to find me a better actor for this role. And finally, we have Brian Tyree Henry as Megatron, who you may know as Miles' dad in the Spider-Verse movies. So, obviously a star-studded cast. Again, it's a shame that they didn't use the old G1 actors, but I get it. It's Hollywood. Big names draw big bucks. I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, it has a lot of talent behind it, so there's no reason it shouldn't be anything less than spectacular. What about you? What did you think of this new trailer? Are you looking forward to Transformers Rise of the Beasts? And what do you think about Transformers 1, our upcoming animated prequel movie? As always, let me know down in the comments. Remember to like, subscribe, and do all that other fun stuff. And I'll see you back here for more Transformers videos in the future.